Welcome to Dr. Jarrett's Science Shenanigans. This is the teacher edition where we sit down and really look at dissecting the benchmarks the grade 5 students are going to need to pass their end of the year state assessment. I'm excited to work with you. I'm excited to share my knowledge of the benchmarks and what the students will be responsible for, and then how you'll make it be able to come alive in your classroom. I'm looking forward to working with you. I've been passionate about empowering educators in science education for many years. My dedication to science education also led to my dissertation, which focused on developing impactful lessons for science improvement. Since 2007, I've worked with over 75 schools across Florida, assisting in boosting grade 5 science scores. Together, we're making a difference in how young minds explore and engage with science. I'm so excited about you being here with me today. So right now we're going to look at SC.3.E.5.1. Recognize that a galaxy consists of gas, dust, and many stars, including any objects orbiting those stars, identifying our home galaxy as the Milky Way. That is the 5th grade standard or benchmark that you will find in your textbook. However, there are 3 additional benchmarks that are called also assessed as benchmarks. Those benchmarks may not be covered in depth in your text. They are referring to stars. They're referring to that stars can be different. They can be smaller. They can be larger. They can be brighter. Some are far away. Some are closer, and also they're so far away that they look like little tiny points of light in the night sky. Now, we also have where one of the benchmarks, 5.2, identify the sun as a star that emits energy, some of it in the form of light. So we will be talking about how the sun does give energy. Um, However, we will not be getting into how that energy is then transferred. We will not talk about how that energy deals with a food chain. We will not talk about how that form of energy is a part of the light when we're dealing with the light standards. So this what we're talking about is just one type of thing. Identify the sun as a star, and that, baby, it gives out light. That's all the students need to know for this benchmark when we're talking about Earth and space. Now, when we're talking about physical science, we'll deal with light then. When we're talking about life science, we'll deal with light in a different way. But as far as the sun, which is our star, and it gives us light, that's all they need to know in regards to this benchmark. Also, recognizing the sun appearance is large and bright because it's closest to the earth. So our star, which is the sun, looks humongous. Why? Because it's so close to earth. So you'll definitely want to have the students to explore some type of way where they look at other stars and look at how big they are compared to earth, because we our star is definitely smaller than some of the other stars out in the universe. I wanted to also speak with you about the assessment limits. Those are in a box at the bottom of the slide, and those assessment limits tell you specifically what the students will be tested on. Now, there are different types of ways students can be assessed, but remember, this is 5th grade science. They are learning the bare minimum of science. They will then learn lots of science when they get into middle school and high school, and if they want to go on to college. Right now, we are giving them the basis so that they can be successful in middle school. So students will have to just understand the conceptual understanding of the galaxy. They will not assess the name of our galaxy in isolation. They're also not going to talk about other galaxies. They're not going to talk about spiral galaxies or elliptical galaxies. They're not going to talk about those. They're talking about the Milky Way, one galaxy that we are a part of, and that is it. Also, they're going to limit the information about the stars to brightness, size, and appearance, relation to distance, and stars that emit energy. What I want to make sure that you fully understand is that they're not going to ask for numerical values for distance based upon the number of the stars. So, how far is this specific star from Earth? The star that we are concerned about is the sun. That is the name of our star, the sun. So that's the only one we're going to be worried about with our fifth grade scholars. Now, I'm not saying that you cannot move and you cannot expose the students to all different types of things for science. What I am saying is that a lot of our students do not have the basic foundation for science. So, therefore, you only want to give them what they can handle at that moment, especially since the fifth grade students are being tested on content that is third grade, fourth grade, and fifth grade, which they may not have received the third grade or the fourth grade. So, yes, do I want all of our students to be out here loving science and wanting to do everything in this world of science? Absolutely. But let's take our time. Let's be mindful of what the students came to us with. And let's be mindful of what we're putting out for them to be able to retain that information so that they can be successful on the assessment. I hope that I have helped you understand SC.3.E.5.1 and its three also assess stat standards that go right along with it. Have a great day. Thank you so much again for watching this session. The book, Unveiling the Power of Impactful Science Instruction, is available on Amazon, and it is a glimpse into my dissertation investigating the improvement in science achievement among fifth grade science students when using the instructional model.